Hi, it's Mark from Saphrox Studios. Today we take a look at taking an old acoustic guitar that's been tired and forgotten and turning it into a rejuvenated, alternately tuned, percussive beast. So here's the deal. I have a guitar student who is about to take his RSL Awards Rock School Acoustic Guitar Grade 7 exam. And to do the exam, he has to perform a selection of pieces. One of those pieces is Teardrop by the amazing Massive Attack, but he has to perform it in the style of the amazingly talented singer-songwriter and acoustic guitar player, Newton Faulkner. Now, Newton Faulkner is famed for his percussive guitar techniques, or in flamenco guitar, it's referred to as golpes, except the modern player of percussive guitar are taking the golpe concepts of thumb and finger taps to way beyond. Mr. Faulkner is also fairly known for his alternate tunings, and this is where we're going to take a deeper look today. He uses in the Teardrop piece a tuning of C sharp, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, which is very, very different from your standard EADGBE. So most of those notes are tuned down a minor third, which makes your standard gauge of strings become rather flimsy, makes the intonation quite distant and far from what we want, and it's really not the best scenario to have your guitar if you're going to do that kind of music. So like I say, in the exam, my student is going to need to play about 4 pieces, and only one of those pieces is in the odd tuning. Now, with such a different tension setting on the strings, you're going to find there's going to be quite a lot of relief and movement in the neck, which means tuning is not going to stabilize in the allotted time that the exam holds. So best scenario is to have a second guitar, and why not have that second guitar set up perfectly for this bizarre tuning. Hopefully no more floppy strings, great tone, and all without breaking the bank. So here we are. This is a Fender DG-4 in tobacco sunburst that I have been given for free. It was a model that was released back in 1995 through to about 1999 and has spent its last few years in an attic. So really it just needs a good old cleanup, get rid of all this scale and this finger poo, and put on a brand new set of custom gauge strings chosen specifically for our weird tuning. So first of all, we need to work out our custom string gauges, and to do so I'm going to use the website stringtensionpro.com. It's a website that's run by D'Addario. Now, I happen to use D'Addario EJ16s. These are wonderful packs of strings. Generally on my acoustics, they run at EADGBE. They use the gauge 12 through to 53, and I really like the way that they feel. So ultimately, what I'm going to do is use that as a base. I want to end up with a set of strings which are the correct gauge for the weird tuning of C sharp, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, but end up feeling like a set of EJ16s at EADGBE. So this website does exactly what I wanted to do. So let's get started. So we visit stringtensionpro.com and we get started. Now, would you like to base your custom set off an existing D'Addario string set? Well, yes, because I like the EJ16. So I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say I am using an acoustic guitar and it is phosphor bronze wound. And there they are, EJ16s, but we have a good old selection in there. So I'm going to go for the EJ16s 12 through to 53. So please wait while loading chosen string values. Right, here we go. So do you want to change your scale length? Now the scale length is the measurement from minutely inside the nut to minutely inside the saddle. And that generally works out to be about 25.5 inches. And the DG-4 that we are using is exactly that. So basically, no, all of those particular strings are going to be set to the same. Of course, if you had a fan fret guitar, you would have different scale lengths at different ends of the nut and saddle. So you can customize that as you need to. But for us, we're going to go for 25.5 scale length. So no, I'm not going to change it. Right, do I want to change my tuning? Yes, I do. So let's say yes. And then we're going to change the E string, the bass E string down to C sharp, the A string down to F sharp, the D string to C sharp, the G string to F sharp, and then the B is going to go to G sharp, and then the E is going to go to C sharp. So there we go, we have C sharp, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp. Whew. Right, so we are in the right octaves as well. So yeah, octave 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Sounds good to me. Right, so let's continue with that. So, type of strings I want. Now that's come up with the presets from the EJ16 pack, so I kind of want the same thing. So would I like to change the string properties? No, they're all good. They're all good. So please choose a result option. Show me how these changes affect my EJ16s. Well, we're not going to be using these. I want to get this feel, so I want to know the new set. So suggest new strings that will keep the feel of my EJ16s. Ta-da! So let's click that. Right, here we go. So what's it suggesting? So the reference set of EADGBE is on the left-hand side just here. And you can see it's the 12s through to 53s. But to get that feel, and you can see the tension of the strings as well, to get that kind of feel, it's suggesting that we go for a set of 14s through to 63. And you can see that the actual tension, so we've got 23.36 pounds to 22.48 pounds. So the top string, even though it's 14, still going to be a little lighter, but it's going to be fairly close. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, of course, a set of 14, 19, 25, 32, 50, and 63 set of strings is not something you're going to buy in a pack. So we're going to have to go and source these strings individually. Probably best thing for me to do is just to order them online. So let's see how we do. Right. As if by magic. There we go. Look at that. Wonderful. Never done that before. Magic. So we have a set of 14s, a 19, a 25, a 32, all D'Addario. I couldn't find a 50 in D'Addario in stock anywhere, so I got a Rotosound. And I couldn't get a 63 in D'Addario, so I got a 64 instead. So I went slightly heavier with that one. But ultimately, it's close enough for jazz. So let's go put them on. So here we go. This is the DG-4 that's been finally updated. So what did I do? I put a hole in the side just for a laugh, basically. I just thought if I'm banging away on it like this, that I'm going to get a little bit more impact from the sound transferring up. But hasn't made that much difference, but I thought I'd give it a go and see what happens. The neck, I have used some sort of wet and dry on the back, just taken some of the sheen off, and it's a lot smoother, less sticky, which although we're not necessarily going to move around quite a lot in this tuning, it feels so much nicer, so much smoother to play. And of course we've put on the new custom gauge strings. So in terms of the way the guitar has reacted to the new strings, the action, the height of the strings has remained pretty much the same as it was before. Intonation is, well, it's good. It's all right. It's usable for what we're going to do. I think it's not perfect, but it's usable for what we want. And in terms of the floppiness of the strings, much bigger tone than it would have been if I just used the standard EJ16. So really happy with its outcome. So let's see how it sounds. we go. That is how we can turn a old acoustic guitar into a alternately tuned percussive beast, and all on a low budget. So I'm pretty happy with that. Probably spent in the region of about 12 quid. And I've got something that's gonna suit my students' needs for an exam absolutely perfectly. So there we go. All positive results, I think. Excellent, good stuff. Remember, we have a load more tips and tricks videos, tuition guides, backing tracks, etc. all on our YouTube channel. So please give us a thumbs up on this video. Please subscribe. Leave any comments you have in the comments section below. It'd be really good to hear from you. I've been Mark, Saphrox Studios. See you later.